Mound up. Everybody, get ready for the Low Nation. Review this, and I appreciate that. I love when you guys send me information to look over and review. So let's go. Let's listen to what they got to say.
The Cowboys are getting ready for a wild card matchup with the Seahawks this week, but they're already facing a new round of doubters. According to the USA Today, the Cowboys are the worst team in the playoffs, despite winning the NFC East and earning a home playoff game. Mark, are the Cowboys really the worst team in the playoffs?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think ultimately, Cowboy haters bring it on. I think ultimately.
Wow. His brother, he said, hey, are the Cowboys the worst team in the playoff? He said, sure. He jumped right on it, right? He came from a level of bone from his inside, from his stomach, and from his chest. And said, sure. He didn't give a chance to even go over anything. Look, we don't even have the list of everybody that's in the playoff right now. He just knows right off the bat. He was like, yeah, sure. They're the worst team in the NFL in the playoff right now. Good grief. What's his name? Slayer? That's Mark Slayer. I can't believe Mark Slayer came out with the guns right now. Saying, sure. He came straight from the diaphragm. Sure. All right, so let's listen to what he got to say, though, man. I'm already ticked, and I even got a chance to even watch this thing all the way through. But shout out to those, man, who've been telling me to review this, man. Oh, it's crazy.
When you look at the quarterbacks and you look at the way the teams are constructed in the NFC playoffs, who do you trust the least? Like, if it comes down to, if you're game planning, you're saying, okay, these are the things we have to take away, right?
Okay.
And we're going to make one guy beat us, or we're going to make, it's the New England Patriots philosophy. We're going to make you play left-handed. We're going to make somebody other than your stars beat you. So you've got to deal with the running game and Amari Cooper. But I think you're ultimately going, okay, we're going to load the box. We're going to play, some type of double coverage, either, swoop somebody underneath Amari Cooper or jam him up and play trail with somebody over the top. But we're basically going to take him away, and we're going to make Dak beat us. This guy has over 50 sacks from holding on the ball. I mean, there are times when I'm like, that thing is not a baby. If you pat it one more time, it will not burp. Throw the damn thing, right?
Wow.
So, I mean, you're looking at that and saying, yeah, they've got a really good defense. Yeah, their offensive line has been good. They've run the ball. But who do I trust the least when the pressure and the game is on the line to throw the football down the field and make completions? And that would be Dak. That's just.
Hey, I can't argue with the man, but let's look at the facts of things. Okay, so if you're gonna dedicate two people, he said an underneath guy on Amari Cooper and overneath. Good Lord, I need to wake up. Over the top safety on Amari Cooper. Who's grinning when they see that, when they coverage? Remember this. Tavon Austin, they can do the reverse sweep. So the 2 bracket covers that you'll try to do, Amari Cooper, you're going to have to dedicate another guy to watch and spy on Tavon Austin. So what's going to happen here? Ezekiel, my main man, Elliott is going to eat. This is what we talked about before when we talked about pick your poison type of football. So I would like to see the Seattle game plan. If they shut down Amari Cooper, that's cool. If they shut down Dak Prescott, that's understandable. But if they shut down Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, and Ezekiel Elliott, and Cole Beasley, did I mention Tavon Austin as well? Or did I mention Michael Gallup, who developed since the last time they played each other? He was like the 3rd game of his life in the NFL. So we can suck up all that stuff. Boy, we can suck it up now, boy. And we can ball. We can ball, baby. But let's listen to more of what he have to say, and then I'll do the Q&A towards the end. Appreciate those who tuning in. Starship, appreciate you for tuning in on the Periscope. And Mondo, thank you for tuning in as well. Mondo,
it's kind of the year he's had.
That's strong. That's strong. For me, it's hard for me to say that they're the worst team.
Okay,
in the
well,
playoffs.
who's worse?
Well, they beat the Philadelphia Eagles twice in the regular season. I understand it's the regular season, but they beat them twice. They have the best running game in all of football. Ezekiel Elliott led the league in rushing.
Right.
Defense top 7.
They did beat the
you
Saints,
have
too.
all these pieces. Dak Prescott obviously has his weapons, but when you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, do you really trust Nick Foles in that offense and that defense who's been hurt? I understand they're playing well, but Nick Foles just is coming off of injury. We don't know how healthy he's going to be. Going into Chicago, I just don't know if I take the Cowboys to be the worst team in the playoffs.
You know, even if they were the second or worst, they're still bad. I mean it's only one team up. You know, they're not moving from like last to second or third. But, you know, look at the season they had, but you need more than that in the playoffs. You know, I mean, we've all been
before
there.
Merriman, it looks like he's finna deliver some hate before he began to talk. But let me talk about this right quick about what the previous guy said. They did beat the Eagles twice. It wasn't like convincingly. The first time we can say, okay, yeah, we kind of sort of beat them down. It's just the fact that the score does not reflect that. But we can look at the first game. The second game came to the end. Of course, the ball bounced the wrong way on the first time, and I'm talking about within the first part of the game, and then on the last throw of the game, the ball bounced up, and Amari Cooper was able to corral it and run it into the touchdown. But outside of that, man, come on, guys, you got to give the Cowboys a little credit. Now, Foles, he is a Super Bowl champion, but he's hobbled a little bit, right? He's hobbled, and he's going to play against and face a nice defense or what have you, the Chicago Bears. We will see. Shout out to Daniel Mazza. Appreciate you for tuning in to the nation. Let's get this thing going. Let me listen to what Dak Prescott cousin is saying, because he kind of like Dak Prescott a little bit.
You just need more than that running game, the defense. That's when the quarterback's got to step up. And you look at who they're playing. They're going to play Russell Wilson.
Dak Prescott.
I play with him. I know when it comes down to when the game's on the line, he's going to make he's going to make less mistakes than Dak Prescott will. I think that's why this more of the conversation, because they could be going home. They probably, more than likely they're going home. If they were playing somewhere else, if they were playing the Eagles, if they're playing with another team, then yeah, they maybe have a shot. Right. But they're playing Russell Wilson in the Seattle Seahawks. They're going home. So I don't think this conversation is far off no matter how you look at it. They probably, the second at best worst team in the playoffs.
I can't call them the worst. Wow. I just can't. When I look at teams, the Cowboys.
Oh, that's my guy.
Have one of the
you
best
say TJ Houshmandzadeh. I say TJ Houshmandzadeh. Who was that guy? Chris Berman. He used to always do this man's name. TJ Houshmandzadeh. Yeah, let's listen to what he got to say. But Merriman, he was just pretty much saying from here, they are the worst team in the NFL as far as in the playoff right now. So we will see. Jack of Jokester says, James Harden, little brother, hold on. I'm 8 years older than James Harden, so put a little respect on my name. James Harden look like Law Nation. But let's get this thing going. Chicago have a better D than us. This is from Ninja Nuts. Perspective-wise, what makes the Chicago Bears defense better than ours? What makes it better than us? You know, just break that down for me, Ninja Nuts. I want to hear your thoughts on that, and then I can, talk about why I like our defense. But I do know that the Chicago Bears, they do got a nice guy on the edge there. But who else do they have that that you wouldn't want? You would like to just say, okay, hands down, I would say that they got better than Randy Gregory, or that they got better than now the infamous Byram Jones. We can look at it though. We can look at it maybe after this program.
Check. One of the better offensive lines. Check. One of the better defensive lines. Check. The best linebacking core.
Let me rewind.
One of the better offensive lines.
Worst team in the playoffs?
I can't call it the worst. I just can't. When I look at teams, the Cowboys in the playoffs have one of the best running backs. Check. One of the better offensive lines. Check. One of the better defensive lines. Check. The best linebacking core. Check. One of the top secondaries. So is everybody saying that Dak Prescott is just that bad? Absolutely not. To me, they're not the worst team in the playoffs. Who is? I mean, if you look at it, if you just go top to bottom, the Chicago Bears are the worst team. They have the best defense, but offensively, I will take the Dallas Cowboys offense over the Chicago Bears offense any day of the week. Any day of the week.
TJ, you had me all the way until
the end. You left that quarterback in that equation.
Hey, I thought, TJ, hold on. Let me bring you back. I thought you were going to at least say the Eagles, but he said he jumped all the way to the Chicago Bears. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. I don't know how to debate this one. TJ, you got me, boy. You got me. You're talking good about my team. Now you said, oh man. Let me see. Let me dissect that team. Chicago Bears. I like Tariq Cohen, on the offense. I like the Mitch Trubisky. I think that's how you say the man's name. I like the Allen guy, Allen Robinson. Is he still out there? He's still playing, right? He's still playing. Who else on offense that I like? I like their offensive line. They got a grittish type of offensive line. They can play in the cold weather too. So I don't know, but as far as Amari Cooper versus Allen Robinson, give me Amari Cooper, give me Cole Beasley over anybody else they got out there. Cohen, give me Ezekiel Elliott. Give me Ezekiel Elliott over Jordan Howard. I can. It's very, very, very right down the middle, man. Damn, it's right down the middle, believe it or not. We listen to more what they have to say. Man, TJ is the man, though. Yes,
take
indeed.
Mitchell Trubisky over Dak Prescott?
No. You know what? I wouldn't.
You would take Howard over Ezekiel Elliott?
It's not so much, and we'll get into
You're
this.
You're talking about the play caller.
Exactly.
Yes. But the players, you got to execute. You got to execute.
Yeah. Here's the other thing that's interesting to me about this matchup, because they're playing Seattle. They're both constructed fairly similar. They're going to run the ball. This is, and again, I have a hard time differentiating between they're the worst and they're the worst, because I'm looking at the matchup and I'm like, all right, this is going to go from 12 or 13 possessions down to about 9, because both these teams are going to run the snot out of the ball. So within 9 possessions, which quarterback do I trust in those 9 possessions to put up points? And I trust
Shady
Russell
is back.
Wilson.
They
maybe
do
they're
seem
not the worst
even.
team, but this, to me, is an interesting matchup, and it really favors Seattle simply because they're both constructed almost the same way.
Yeah, when we look at this matchup, who do you trust more? It's no question. I think it's a no-brainer. We're all going to go with Russell Wilson because of his track record, because of what we know he does.
Who would you rather face, Seattle's defense or Dallas's defense? Who would you rather, the opposing offense, who would you rather go? Seattle's defense has played great as of late.
That boy
but
should
early
be a
in
lawyer.
the season, they couldn't stop anything.
Right.
They're going to load up on the run. They're going to get man-to-man. They can't. You can't load up the run and double Amari Cooper. You got to do one or the other.
And I'm with you. I'm saying that the
Man, I'm going to have to rewind that, guys.
The worst team in the playoffs, Russell Wilson, because of his track record.
I got to rewind that,
because of
man.
what we know he does.
Who would you rather face?
Who would you rather face?
Defense? Who would you rather, the opposing offense, who would you rather go? Seattle's defense has played great as of late, but early in the season, they couldn't stop anything.
Right.
They're going to load up on the run. They're going to get man-to-man. They can't. You can't load up the run and double Amari Cooper. You got to do one or the other.
Got to do one or the other.
I'm with you. I'm saying that the Dallas they're not the worst team in the playoffs.
Right.
When you throw the Bears out there.
No. I'm not saying.
Who's the worst team then? Who's the worst team? If it's not Dallas, who is it?
I personally think the Eagles are the worst team in the playoffs.
Okay,
right now.
I don't know who's the worst team, to be honest with you. If I had to pick one, I would say the Chicago offense is the worst. Like it's hard to go the full team because do you look at the Eagles' defensive line? Haloti Ngata, Fletcher Cox, Michael Bennett, Brandon Graham, Chris Long. Yeah, their secondary is not very strong. Does Chicago throw the ball that great?
I understand.
I just feel if you need to win games in big time playoff situations,
that defense going
the quarterback's what's going to come down to. It's an easier conversation because of who they play. If they were playing someone else, then we can say, yeah, they got a shot at being second best or third, whatever, or third or second worst in the league. But they're playing a team that we all know that has a high possibility of them going home. That's why this conversation makes it easier to call them the worst.
Yeah.
Worst.
I think the one thing about Chicago that's been really interesting, and having, called one of their games and having met Matt Nagy, is from an offensive standpoint, from a creativity standpoint, a play calling standpoint, a schematic standpoint, I just think he is really at the top of his game. I'm with you on Mitchell Trubisky, although he does make some plays with his feet. Not that Dak can't, because Dak can. And I think that's got to be part of your game plan going in here, especially in the red zone. I think Dak has got to run the football. I think there's got to be designed runs to take some of the pressure off of him, throwing the football, and making sure he doesn't hold it in the pocket.
So do we trust Dak at all in this game?
I trust him.
He trusts
his only
him.
playoff game,
Somebody trusts
he was
him.
lights out. He was lights out against Green Bay. He was lights out.
Goodness,
he didn't lose that
TJ is
game.
on
He
the
threw
money.
for over 300 yards.
Let me just repeat.
I trust his only playoff game. He was lights out. He was lights out against Green Bay. He was lights out. He didn't lose that game. He threw for over 300 yards. He played extremely well. He was lights out.
I'm going to rewind that one more time.
He was lights out against Green Bay. He was lights out. He didn't lose that game. He threw for over 300 yards. He played extremely well. Can they run the ball effectively? Can Amari Cooper beat man-to-man coverage consistently? Seattle's going to man you up. They're going to play 8 in the box, single high coverage, one safety in the middle of the field. If they're able to run the ball effectively, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. I like Dallas to win this game.
They had success.
This guy has over 50 sacks from.
So with that being said, that's the end of that clip. Man, that was a good one, man. I forgot your name. I'm going to hit you up on the gram, man, for sending me this clip. There's something special about this particular Dallas Cowboys team. When everybody doubt us, remember this. I used to say this all the time, or I still say this all the time. I love it when we are the underdogs. I love it when everybody tell us, hey, we can't do this, we can't do that. We won't be able to beat the Saints. We won't be able to do this. Remember in 2016, going down there to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh man, you guys gonna get drugged, by the Steelers, and we was able to beat them that year. So it's one of those things where I loved our chances. And Saturday, yes, I saw Townsend. He says stats don't matter in the playoff. You're right. That W is the only thing that matter. They actually don't even record the stats in the playoff as an official NFL record. So. It's good. It's good. It's good, guys. It is so good, man, for us to be in this spot right now, the moment where everybody doubt us, and then we add in the extra fact that we got revenge factor now. Christine, appreciate you for tuning in, Cruz. We do have that extra revenge factor. Remember in 2006, or remember the playoff game when Tony Romo had the slick ball. I meant to say, or remember the preseason game. When they was able to fold Romo up like a pretzel. And ultimately, that was the handoff of Romo legacy to Dak Prescott, beginning of his legacy. So, and then on top of that, that first series of that game, I believe Ezekiel Elliott, he challenged everybody out there on the Legion of Boom. I think Chancellor was still there. He lowered his helmet on him and gave him the boom. And it was one of those things where Ezekiel Elliott stood back up and he looked at the guy. And then we look back at last year and right before, if we was to win and get in, of course, we found out down the road that we was not going to still get in, even if we beat the Seattle Seahawks. But the fact that we lost that game and we lost some tempers out there of another receiver that used to play on his team, dropped the ball, and Dak Prescott passing the ball to a Coleman kid, and he's running it all the way back. So it's a lot of revenge factor. And then on top of that, think about Chris Richard. Wouldn't this be like a straight litmus test for him? for him to get out there to beat the team that he was coaching the previous years or what have you, and he should know everybody on that team. So Ezekiel Elliott should eat. I think that the Seattle Seahawks, they just not one of these teams that can just stop the run. Like they got this nice run-stopping defense. I don't think that that's the case. So by hook or by crook, that's how the type of defense they're going to play. Of course, turnovers can change the complexion of the game, but all we got to do is allow us to do our type of thing. It's a home game. We're all going to be dressed in those wonderful white articles, clothing facts. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're going to be all dressed up like that, and we're going to be loud, locked, loaded, and ready. Over 100,000 people going to be strong in there, and that building should be shaking down there in Arlington. There should be an earthquake warning around there. Golden was on the Lions. Yes. Ninja Nuts, appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Tyler Rodriguez, yes, I think the score, yes. Yes, more options, yes. Corey B, what's up, man? Thank you for tuning in. The Cowboys are clicking it off. Yes, we're going to figure this thing out one way or another. Steven Rodriguez, yes, shout out to you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Janiqua, yes, did you hear what? I heard that about Colin Cowherd, and I'm not finna tune him. Look, it's too close to the playoff game for me to just listen to anything else what Colin Cowherd had to say. I think he's trying to jinx us. He's saying that, the Cowboys can't do this and the Cowboys can't do that. Oh, by the way, I'm picking them to win. It's crazy, guys. Let me know of your thoughts. Let me know how you guys feel about this team going into this Saturday night football game at 7:15 strong. I really want to know what you guys think about that. Also, if you want to get a chance to get to the game for free 99, in the description box on the Law Nation page on the YouTube page, there is a link. Just click on that link, enter into the drawing, and you can get a chance to win. It's like the total package value is like $3,000. You know, so you click on that and you can get a chance. It's still not over with yet. You get a chance to win, a chance to go to the game and be able to be there live like 95, live in the flesh. And you can put on your all white and support this team so we can have your voice out there to be heard. Who else we have? Virginia Finest. What's good, man? Thank you for tuning in to the nation. Appreciate you. Can't wait till Saturday. Man, I can't wait either. Matter of fact, man, this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to get everybody crunk for one quick second. How about that? And I didn't get no howls. I didn't get no howls, man. You guys don't want to hear the wolf? It's all good. But we can hear this right here. Yes. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. You guys know how this thing go. One way or another, all we got to do is stay focused, stay locked, loaded, and ready. It's the mind thing. It's the mental capacity. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. There we go. I see a request now. Yes. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Gonna get this thing going one way or another, right? You see those fire emojis, man. Gotta get those fire emojis up in here. There we go. Let me see those fire. Yes. We almost there, baby. Yes! There we go. There we go. All we got to do is continue to stay focused. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. One way or another. They say we the worst, right? They say we the baddest, right? They say we ain't mount to nothing, right? That's cool. That's cool. That's all good. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's not worry about this. Hey. Right. It's all good, Cowboy Nation. All we got to do is stay focused. All we got to do is put our mind to it, and we will get back to it. That's all it is. And remember, guys, you all are listening in to nothing but the best. All I want you guys to do is keep that same energy. It will happen. Remember, we was right here at 3-5. We was right here in the mix when it was 3-5, but we did not fold up like lawn chairs. No. We don't do that. Where they do that at, right? They don't do that around here in Law Nations. They don't do that around here in Cowboy Nation. All we got to do is continue to do our thing. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Chris, making a donation to help roll the nation. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's roll with this thing. And you guys already know. You already know we're going to get medieval out there. And people going to say, what just happened? Man, what's going on over there? What's going on over there in Big D? That's not the worst team in the world. It's not the worst team in the playoff. Oh, yeah. Let me put this right here. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna fix this up for you guys. That fire, y'all see that fire now, baby. Texas Kid, what's up? Let's go. All right, guys. That's all the time I have for this wonderful, beautiful night. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to absolutely nothing. And I mean absolutely nothing but the best. Shout out to John, man. Leave him alone. He all right. Daniel Mazza, let's go. See it. Shout out to you. Chad, what's good, fam? Let's go. Texas Kid, everybody that's in this mix, let's continue to do our thing. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Peace. JD, appreciate the donation. What are he putting out here? What are he putting out here? That's what I'm talking about.
Cowboys by 10.
Wow. Y'all see this? Let's go. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. Right. Let's go, Cowboy Nation, one way or another. Let's keep going. Let's not stop. Let's keep clutching. Grab on to the victory. We got this. We own this. Let's go. Good night. We out of here. Peace. Love you all. Let's go, Cowboy Nation.